Ladies and gentlemen, the 42nd President of the United States, William Jefferson Clinton.
And I saw another friend of mine back here who did not speak to you today, but often speaks at these Power Within events. His name is W. Mitchell, and he lives in Santa Barbara. And we've been friends for 25 years. First time we ever met, he was the mayor of the vast metropolis of Crested Butte, Colorado. And I was the youngest governor in America. And I'm going to use his story to get into what I want to talk about, because America is in a bad fix and the rest of the world's being affected by it. I hope you won't be too affected by it. But the most important thing is not sit around and feel bad about the bad fix. The most important thing is to figure out, what are we going to do now? That's the only way you can tap the topic of all these talks, the power within. And so I'll tell you a story about W. Mitchell. He navigates his life in a wheelchair. After several plastic surgeries, he still has a lot of scars on his face. He doesn't have any fingers left on either hand because he first had a motorcycle wreck, and then when he couldn't use his legs anymore, he crashed his plane, and he was badly burned because he couldn't get out. And when I met him, he was a mayor. And we were talking one night. I said, how do you deal with all this? And he said, well, you know, before I was injured, there were 10,000 things I could do with my life. And this injury was pretty tough. But when I really thought about it, it only took away about 1,000 of those things. So I have a choice. I can spend the rest of my life feeling sorry for myself because of the 1,000 things that are gone, or I can spend the rest of my life feeling good about the 9,000 things that are still out there that I can do. I choose the 9,000. That's what the world has to do now.
At 28, W. Mitchell had just made it out of the Marines and landed a good job as a gripman running cable cars through the majestic hills of San Francisco. On his time off, he liked to ride motorcycles. W. Mitchell's life changes in a second when he is badly burnt in a motorcycle accident.
I became a human bonfire.
His recovery pushes the limits of what any human being can bear.
I can't describe how painful it was.
When Mitchell is tested again by a terrifying plane crash, he discovers an inner strength he never knew he possessed.
Would I trade what I've learned? Not in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, W. Mitchell.